So how can they be a beacon of light and a healing resource to others and healing their own trauma when they were toxic to me? This is something we've heard a lot. I've heard a lot. Even I felt at times, I felt after dating someone, how can you be, healing yourself like this? And how can you be this light and helping others heal when you haven't addressed and acknowledged the toxicity between us that you were bringing towards me? And it's really what we're coming to see and what we're coming to learn now is toxicity is a very subjective thing. It's based on our own toxins and our own purging of how we're seeing our own reflections based on what we're allowing in the moment, right? So in that sense, as the one core truth that we're understanding is it's many truths. Truths has many facets. And how we're uplifting our perspective on how we see something toxic is really how we're understanding ourselves in a more divine way of, where was I allowing myself to not be grounded? Where may have I been allowing myself to be, not express myself with authority of who I am about my boundaries? Where may have I not been expressing myself in a way that was conducive and could actually, resonate to a place where I want to feel confidence rather than I want to feel shame? So now what I see is this toxic energy of someone, of a reality that I don't want to embrace through my own emotions. That's the truth about something being toxic a lot of times. The range is has a lot of nuance, though understanding and being able to uplift our perspective on how we're seeing ourselves handle a situation, right? Through a divine manner, through a manner of respect of how we want to be viewed. No matter when you have to leave that room, when you have to leave that conversation, someone can't help but say, even if they try to lie in their soul, they know you handle that with integrity. You handle that with dignity of yourself. You cherish and you honored how you had to carry out your face, your value, your worth, without lowering your vibrations, without belittling your smile. This goes on a divine purpose. Even going into understanding, the toxic energy that we create, right, and uplifting our perspective on seeing that. It's now on me. It's now on me to be still in the moment. It's now on me to be expressive with love in the moment, with grace. Yes, I appreciate you, though. I have to honor my space. And we can't judge on people's calling, right? That's one thing I had to really understand, is I can't judge someone's calling. The ways that I think they may have been toxic to me was ultimately for me to understand how I can be more grounded in my emotions, for me to understand how I could be more aware of the situation, be more cognitive, and have more love, more grace, more connection with knowing what's happening, what's been happening, what actions am I making, what decisions am I choosing. So you can't judge what somebody's calling, because if light has to be called over here, light is going to come pierce through your life so many different ways. So there are going to be ways where it's full of flowers and full of butterflies, and there's going to be ways where it's like lightning, it strikes. The strike is the strike. And in that moment, how are we enlightened? That's uplifting, being able to switch, being able to see toxicity in another way, but see our power and our grace in a more divine way too, right? We can't judge somebody's calling. If somebody's been called to be a light and to realize their power and realize their healing force within, you have to keep going within yourself too, to understand, where do I need to discover deeper? And maybe at one point, you and that other person can communicate because you reached a certain frequency. See, you judging why they doing their job, when really focusing on how you're doing your job so that you can reach that frequency. That's the game, and that's how it works, baby. Uplifting, shifting our perspective and really being able to really see through what's going on, through grace. So if you like this conversation, if you like this topic, this guided talk, I just started a new podcast called the Hero's Journey Podcast on Lotus X and Lotus X Network. I'll put the link in my bio. The Hero's Journey podcast, brought to you by me, Poetically, Poeticlee, where we discuss this life of journey and really a spiritual evolution of understanding more divine purpose with life, a more divine guidance with life, and not just looking at life as this painful experience, but this beautiful experience, even through the rain, through the sun, through every season. It's a beautiful growth that we're going through. All right, much love. Keep growing and glowing, baby.